Hello? Okay. Hi everyone.
Hello?
Okay.
Okay.
I think it's working. I think we're on. Uh Hi. How do you say that name? Kaja X Leslie? Uh I guess I'm not really going into this betting on either one. I'm just kinda going in to have fun. Uh I suppose I like Transformers more than I like Marvel, so I guess I'm rooting for Unicron, although I haven't really experienced anything that has to do with them. With him. but yeah, but yeah, hi, this is my first ever stream on YouTube, which feels kind of weird, but we're here now. We're ready to watch this funny, very funny death battle for the first time live ever. Maybe we'll do this again in the future. Yeah, for anyone who's on in the chat right now, I hope the audio's fine. I hope I sound fine. And if you're interested, then after the video, I have a little something that I made over here. It's this little death battle tier list, the death battle season 10 tier list. So we'll be able to rate every single episode that came out this season, and it's probably going to be a video on the channel as well. So that should be fun. Oh, you're rooting for both? That's pretty cool. That's nice. People can get pretty upset sometimes at like who wins and who loses, but and I used to get upset too, and like I'm not gonna act like I don't sometimes get upset as well, but most of the time I just go into these just hoping for a good time, to have a good animation, good analysis, good everything, have a well made video. Uh, Hi, there's someone else in the chat. Hello. What is up, guys? What's up? How is your day going? We're just waiting here for the premiere. There's just 8 more minutes left. This also, I'm sorry for the way that everything looks, because the I was really busy today, so I had to kind of like scrounge up everything like last minute, and I didn't have a chance to like test out YouTube streaming. So I'm just like using my OBS layout for just making videos. But rest assured, I see all the comments. I see everything. I can respond. It's fine. So yeah, we should be good. I'm not sure if I should record this and like upload this as a separate reaction, because I'm pretty sure that YouTube just saves your streams, right? Like, did they just stay on your channel as a video? So I'm not even sure if there's even a point to doing anything. So I think we should be good, right? As far as I know. My little model is freaking out for some reason. It's probably because my microphone's being sensitive again. Do I sound good to anyone in the chat who's willing to respond? How do I sound? Because I'm always paranoid with how well I sound in the videos, and that's the thing that I listen to. Also, I have so many tabs open, it's crazy, dude. uh, Somehow, despite the fact that it's been like, what, 2 weeks? Wait, has it been? Oh my god. I think it has, yeah. Like, now that I actually actively think about it, it's been like 2 weeks since. the last death battle, and I was sick during that. It was Goku versus Superman Part 3. I was sick 2 weeks ago, and I'm still sick. Like what the hell? Like, I got through my sickness. Like, I got better. And then I was good for like one day. And then I got sick again. And like, it's so annoying. No, I haven't watched the sneak peek. I haven't even watched the. They usually have these little. Let me pull it up. Like, yeah, these videos. Like like the previews for the analysis. And I clicked on the Galactus one, but then like I just instantly like decided against it and just didn't watch it. So I'm going in like completely blind. I know nothing. But yeah. So if I cough or do something weird, it's kind of a live stream, so there's no really like any good way for me to cover it. So I'm sorry if you hear coughing sometimes. I try not to, but I'm still a little bit sick. Not as sick as I was last time, but it's winter. What can you do? It's annoying, but here we are. Here we are. All right, just 4 more minutes until the end of the season. What did you guys think about this whole season? Because I personally thought that Death Battle Season 10, it was like one of the best seasons that they've ever done, to be honest. Like, it's kind of insane, the quality of just everything. Like, again, we're gonna have a little quick tier list after we're done with watching the video. I made this myself. I guess I could put it in the chat later for you guys if you want to make your own tier list. But yeah, we're gonna have a little tier list, and there's a bad tier, but we'll get to it. We'll get to it. Let's just wait for now. Gotta have something to hold people over. Oh boy. I won't record it this time. Like, record the thing. I'll just have this live stream on my channel, and we'll see if it does well on its own. Like, if people watch it after the whole thing's over, then I suppose I can just leave it at that, and like maybe even I'll just stream every death battle from now on. That could be fun. Uh, but if it doesn't, then I'll just like starting next season of death battle, I'll just record if I do live stream at the same time. We'll see. We'll see. I'm just blabbering on and on, trying to make the wait seem not as long. Also gotta not mess up and press the right things, because I like to make the video like expand but not go full screen once it actually starts. So we'll see. Maybe I could. Yeah, you know what? I will record the tier list part, I think, and I'll make that into a video. And maybe people just find it by looking for reactions for this video, and then if they watch it, then I'll just say at the very beginning that I reacted to the thing on the live stream, and just go check out my channel to watch my reaction. What's your favorite episode in season 10? Ooh, that's a hard one, dude. That's a really hard one. I guess you'll have to stay for the tier list, huh? Emotional manipulation. I'll just give you like a variety of them, I guess. If I had to pick like three, I'll decide on which one's my favorite one later. But if I had to pick like three episodes that were like really really good, um, if I if I was biased, I would say yes. 1 minute. There's just 1 minute left. Yes, until the premiere. But if I was biased, I would say Cole McGrath versus Alex Mercer, personally, because I've been waiting for that one like since literally forever. Because I've watched Death Battle like when it started, right? Like all the way back in the day. Yes, this one's gonna be really good. But I started watching Death Battle when it came out, and that's when Prototype, like both Prototype and Infamous, that was when they came out, and I played them when they came out, and like I loved both of the games. So when I found out about Death Battle, I was just like, dude, they've got to do Alex Mercer like versus Cole McGrath, and then they like never did it, and now they finally did it, and it was like insane. So that would be like the biased pick. But then if we're talking like actually good episodes, not that Alex versus Cole was bad, but it's just like if we're talking like actually the best episode, then it might be Scooby versus Courage, because that was just like that was so insane. Like the animation in it is just incredible. The music was really good. The voice acting was like everything was just really really good, and like it was so creative and so well done. But if I could have a second bias pick, I'd say it was Guts versus Dimitri. That was another good one. But that was just because I like Fire Emblem. Oh boy. Oh my god, this is the longest 60 seconds I've ever had in my life. Come on. Thank you. Okay, there we go. Okay, so we're gonna do this. And then do that. There we go. Oh my god. It's the end of season 10. It's like the best season of Death Battle ever. Actually, maybe that's a lie. I don't know. Alright, alright. This whole new countdown that they have for YouTube for premieres is like really weird. 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Oh my god. It's gonna be so good. Oh, the board game. Ooh.
Galactus, devourer of
I like this little preview that they have at the very beginning.
That's right, it's the day we've all been waiting for. He's Wiz and I'm Boomstick. And it's our job to analyze their weapons, armor, and skills
Sorry.
to find out who would win. Death
Yo, that was a chunky Galactus. What was that clip?
What is the nature of evil? Oh, it's 3.5 beers too early for that kind of question, Wiz. No,
Oh,
seriously,
no.
is the wolf that hunts the hare evil? What about the bear that kills the wolf? Or the man that slays the bear? Is that evil?
Dude, I love this bear clip.
Perhaps this question was on
So good.
Galactus' mind as he hurtled toward the end of infinity. I'm pretty sure the question on his mind was, how do I turn this goddamn spaceship around? Eons ago, the planet Ta was a paradise, the most advanced civilization in the universe.
I know like almost nothing about Galactus, so we'll see how this goes.
Ta and scientist Galen watched as the rest of his race ignominiously perished and decided to die gloriously on his own terms. By flying a ship into
I only know that Galactus is like a villain of the Fantastic Four. That's like the extent of my knowledge. And that he eats planets, that's it. And I know even less about Unicron, so this is all new to me.
As the last living thing left before the universe's end, he was visited by the sentience of the multiverse, who merged with him as part of a cosmic cycle of death and rebirth. As the old multiverse died, a new one was born, and the scientist Galen was no more. In his place was a being of untold power.
So
the
he
ravager of
exploded.
galaxies, Galactus. Well, despite looking like a masochist giant purple vibrator, G-Dog here is one of the
Oh,
strongest beings
excuse me?
Marvel, baby, and there's only one
Marvel,
thing he wants
baby.
to do.
Did they just make a Marvel vs. Capcom reference?
Galactus is so unbelievably, mind-meltingly powerful that strong doesn't really begin to describe him. Just
Dude, is Death Battle
being
based?
him will begin to warp your perception of reality. In truth, he isn't even really a physical being with a soul anymore, but composed of energy itself, the power cosmic. Basically, your all-purpose space god magic that no good almighty ass-whooping god can go without. Sure, he can use it to blast your ass to unholy smithereens, but it's a lot more flexible too. Described as being in touch with every other.
I heard about the power cosmic because I look at a lot of Marvel stuff, but
and the ability to sense danger ahead of time. I don't think there's a lot for him to be afraid of. He can manipulate matter, read and control the minds of gods, and teleport entire galaxies across the universe.
was Galactus on the computer right there?
Allows him fundamental control over life itself.
Yo, Galactus is gaming.
Creating new life forms from
Galactus
nothing,
gaming.
resurrecting the dead. And because his body is composed of energy, he can't really be hurt in the traditional physical sense. This allows him to grow or shrink his body with seemingly no limit, and alter his appearance.
Yeah, it's pretty insane.
He chooses to look like that? His physical appearance matches the species observing him, so a human sees a human Galactus, a Skrull Galactus, and so on. Oh, so it's just like
Oh,
the
really?
world.
I didn't know about that.
What are you staring at?
What
That's
matters
interesting.
most to me in the world. Awesome. No, not awesome. Very not awesome. At least as far as Galactus is concerned, since witnessing his approach is itself the end of the world. You would only have enough time to pray to your paltry
Oh my god, they're using a fucking Marvel future fight clip.
absorbing its energy into
Get out of
his
here.
body.
I hate that game. I hate that game so much.
His costume is
Oh my
appropriate,
god.
because he sounds like a total dick. Like, come on, man.
Oh, Marvel vs.
Our
Capcom.
whole planet die. Now you're gonna go around the universe doing the same thing? It's not entirely his fault. Galactus's power is so immense that the only thing that can sustain him is the consumption of entire worlds. Without this constant feeding, he would perish.
What is that face?
Plants or other animals. Kinda like how I hunt squirrels, 'cause I hate each
Dude, he
and
looks
every
like a
one of them. No,
dried up
categorically
tomato.
The exact opposite. Galactus isn't vengeful or cruel. If he could avoid any unnecessary death, he would. But just as the universe is bound by the laws of physics, Galactus is bound by his hunger. And that hunger has put him in conflict with some of Marvel's other heaviest hitters, like Odin and the Phoenix Force. Galactus's fight with the Other and the Scryer got so intense, they threatened the entire infinite multiverse just as a side effect of the battle.
Huh.
While Galactus himself can comfortably cross countless light years in seconds, some of these beings are more like abstract concepts than actual living things, many of which operate outside of linear time. Like this alien bug dude who tried to use Galactus's energy to destroy 2 whole universes. Even after being drained by him, he still nuked 3 whole star systems before getting a snack. Should he somehow be threatened by beings beyond even the scope of his power,
Is it their mama?
the device to solve all of his problems. The ultimate nullifier. In case that name isn't obvious enough, it's a teeny tiny weapon that destroys anyone you think of. It doesn't just destroy
What?
them, it destroys everything. The entire multiverse is eradicated, then recreated without the target. An extremely roundabout way of winning,
Oh,
but
huh?
that's exactly what happened when Galactus used it on the abstract god of destruction.
What?
Galactus. He destroyed the god of destroying things with a Happy Meal toy. It's like my therapist said, great things come in small packages. And the nullifier was key to Galactus's first great defeat upon his inevitable arrival on Earth. When that pesky Reed Richards managed to get his stretchy hands on the thing, Galactus finally backed down and spared the planet. Which makes no practical sense. The ultimate nullifier is a part of Galactus himself. It uses his own power. He can summon it at any time and even escape its effects by hiding in a
So it's a
dimension.
plot hole.
He didn't have the safety on. Maybe he was just bored. After billions of years of cosmic genocide just to survive, I'm pretty sure Galen forgot what it meant to be mortal. Perhaps that was the true evil all along, the slow death of Galen's humanity. Because what could be more terrifying than a being that sees everything and everyone you know and love
It's
as
a
nothing more than
as a
his
snack.
meal?
Yes, get the snacks.
This episode of Death Battle is sponsored by BetterHelp.
That
Well,
was.
it's the holiday season again, and I just know
Let me
Mama
just.
Ruth
Oh.
finally
That's interesting, I suppose. I didn't know about the whole like little device that he has that can just erase you. That sounds kind of ridiculous. If Unicron doesn't have anything to counter that, I think he's screwed. Also, like the whole like being able to destroy like the multiverse or some shit. Like what the fuck? That's insane. Alright, let's... Oh, wait. Why am I not... Oh, there we go.
Hope known
Whoops,
as
sorry.
Primus, and the
Sorry.
other of chaos and evil
There we
known
go.
as Unicron. Like all good sibling rivalries, they pushed each other's shit in over the fate of all existence. That is, until the goody little two-shoes Primus tricked his bro into imprisoning their souls in giant asteroids. Classic sibling prank. For me, it was the dryer.
Huh?
Primus terraformed his asteroid into what would later be known as the planet Cybertron, while Unicron did something different. Yeah, he turned his planet into a planet that eats other planets. Not only that, it can change its form into a
Interesting.
badass robot Satan. He's literally the first Transformer. And with this new body, Unicron would travel the cosmos.
Oh, really?
and
He's the
dominate
first
planet
one.
after planet
That's
and universe
interesting.
after universe. Not necessarily because of any hunger or need, but because Unicron is the physical embodiment of death and destruction. He is literally programmed to destroy
What?
everything. God's gotta do what a God's gotta do. And good luck trying to fight back. Uni's robot body comes with a tractor beam, eye lasers, fire breath, a chest cannon, and an antibody system in case anyone tries to pull a Drax on him. Unicron can mentally dominate an entire race of beings, erase things from existence, warp the fabric of space and time, and even manipulate matter.
That's a lot of
himself.
powers.
So even if his big robot body is damaged or destroyed, he can repair it lickety-split, or even send his spark out to find a new host. Essentially the Transformers version of a soul, Unicron's spark is immensely powerful, and produces its own energy source, Dark Energon. Unicron is so evil that he can literally turn his bad dude energy into weapons of mass destruction, like unholy blades or...
I'm not talking as much just because I'm listening, because all of this is like really new. So I'm trying to like not joke around too much and talk too much. So I hope that's fine.
fuels the Transformer race. So Unicron basically runs on the opposite of life. If he's death as a big robot, can he even be killed? Not by any conventional means. Even the destruction of his spark isn't guaranteed to end him. He will continue to exist as a necessary force that drives the cosmos. Anytime he's destroyed,
What?
he will appear again in a new universe. In fact, almost every Unicron you've seen...
What was that
in
clip
movies,
with the
TV, and
kid
comics
with the
are
Autobot
same universe.
emblem?
Unicron is a literal force of nature. You can't reason with a hurricane that hates you. All you can do is see it and get the hell out of the way. But this hurricane is never gonna stop until you and everyone you know is DED dead. His mere presence drove an entire planet insane. I was trying to be poetic before, but this is what evil is. Incomprehensible, undeniable, inescapable. You can't even wait him out. He is unbound by the concept of linear time. The Chaos Bringer is so powerful, his mere presence wrecks the space-time continuum.
So that's really similar to Galactus.
From existence just by strolling by.
I wonder who came in first. Probably Galactus, right?
Generating by moving that destroys things. It's his
I wonder if this was inspired at all by Galactus. Well, it has to be, right? There's no way.
Space-time cannot fathom Unicron's presence. Holy dude! No wonder he was able to devour nearly a quarter of the entire multiverse, one universe at a time.
Oh, what?
Estimates for the size of the Transformers multiverse
What?
vary from over 50
Okay, so he also...
to an infinite number of
Multiverse
universes,
Buster.
timelines, and planes of existence. And who better to portray a being
Was that the Ninja Turtles?
universe than the man who gave birth to modern cinema? A final role fitting for an artist so much larger than life. Or deeply ironic that it's a feature-length toy commercial.
What?
Transformers movie has always been celebrated for its excellence. I say, Despite that unbelievable power,
Okay.
the Chaos Bringer's almighty rampage through reality has been halted a number of times, usually due to the matrix of leadership, the essence of primacy,
Yes,
and the embodiment
Optimus.
of all hope and light in the universe.
Are you telling me that Robo-Satan was defeated by the power of friendship? Forget there.
Yes.
That shit goes straight
Good.
to the vein.
As
Good,
the
good.
abstract idea of evil actualized,
So they both die like idiots.
is directly antithetical to his being.
As incomprehensible to Unicron as he is to us.
But despite the best efforts of heroic Transformers like Optimus Prime, Unicron has always returned from the smoldering ashes of defeat and risen to threaten reality again.
Oh,
It's
okay.
his very nature.
Such is the time a united armada of Autobots, Decepticons, and an entire people created from his cells, the
Yo, what are those kids doing?
tried to destroy him once and for all.
They actually succeeded in killing him until Galvatron's hatred for Optimus brought Unicron back to life.
Because challenging Unicron means challenging evil itself, destroying destruction itself, an impossible
Oh,
paradox.
what does that even mean?
Kill Unicron because killing is literally what Unicron is. So, what does that mean for us?
Every petty act of violence,
That makes
every
no
war,
sense.
Every cruelty, every death battle gives Unicron life. The life he'll
Oh,
use to
huh?
kill us all. We are culpable in our own annihilation.
Unicron's not just some comic book villain. He's all there is and all there will be. He was there at the beginning and he'll be there at the end. He's a law of physics. He's as inevitable as your dying breath.
Jesus, now you got me scared.
Okay.
Episode of Death Battle is
That's
sponsored by Death Battle.
an interesting.
Great whiz.
That's an interesting analysis. A little pause. I mean, we're still watching the video, but I just muted it. So he's just robot Satan. What is there even to say? Like, okay. If I had to make a prediction, right now, I'd say that their powers seem very similar, but I feel like Galactus kind of edges Unicron out just a little bit, and especially with that little thing that he can use to like erase you from existence. I don't know, man. Like I feel like the little box that Galactus has kind of gives him the edge, but otherwise, like if that doesn't like come into okay, wait. Oh.
Set. We've run the data through all possibilities.
It's time
Okay,
for
this
the
could go.
battle you've been asking for forever.
I'm just not sure if the reality erasure affects him, and if it doesn't, then it could go honestly either way. But let's see what happens. Oh shit. Ah.
Planet is mine to consume. So saith Galactus, destroyer of worlds.
Dude, this looks so good. What the hell?
Unicron, Chaos Bringer.
Dude, this animation's crazy. What the hell? The models look so crisp. Just like the animation itself is so smooth. Yo, this is already so good.
Quick to prepare for Oblivion's embrace.
It's kind of interesting to like watch them fight like that, because usually you don't see like these big, like really big characters. You know, like usually they fight like tiny, small superheroes, but now they're like fighting, like two giants are fighting each other, so that's kind of cool. Whoa, this is awesome. Is this the best looking death battle? Dude, I'm not even, like, I wasn't even excited for this, but this is crazy. Oh, did he?
I am the power cosmic incarnate, not so easy
Oh.
fleeing so readily.
Oh, that was a cool line.
Beg not for mercy, behold blackening skies. Against mine chaos, even gods will die.
Like, I'm rooting for Unicron because I like Transformers more, but I have a feeling that Galactus might win. But we'll see, we'll see. Dude, what the fuck?
Destruction, pure finality, in first and last, true immortality.
I could not get over how good this looks. People were saying that, oh, you know, like, we're not looking forward to this anymore because it took too long, but like, bro, who cares? This looks insane. Oh my god. Oh, here's the little box. Let's see if it works. I'm not even listening to what they're saying.
Of course I do. Your death I thus demand. Finally, I have won. I've seen the power bringer of chaos, yet by my vigor thou hast
What's that? Oh, okay, it was just like, oh no. Is it over? Oh.
Galactus must now feed.
I guess he just ate him.
We know Galactus and Unicron were beings who could manipulate
Okay,
reality
give me
so
the
they
explanation.
Older than the universe, unbound by time, they had each other matched in a lot of ways.
So it ultimately came down to which of them was more powerful.
Both could threaten an entire infinite multiverse, but Unicron could only do so over time, devouring them one by one.
While Galactus's battle with the Scryer and the other threatened to destroy the entire Marvel multiverse as just a side effect.
Not to mention, Galactus tussles with cosmic beings like himself all the time.
While Unicron is usually the top dog in Transformers, he's a big fish in a relatively small pond. Relative to Marvel, at least.
That might sound better for Unicron at first, but
Makes sense.
he has way less experience than Galactus in full-on fights against dudes his size.
And while Unicron has used Dark Energon to infect and corrupt other beings in the past, Galactus technically doesn't have a soul thanks to his cosmic rebirth from Galen. And he's fended off mental attacks before, so there's no real reason to think that would work here.
And as lame as it is, the ultimate nullifier is just really, really overpowered.
Despite Unicron
Yep.
being able to survive
Okay.
the destruction of his spark, the ultimate nullifier is significantly more thorough. Consider the time it was used.
Yeah, it erases you from reality. Like, how much more thorough can you be? If it was even able to kill a god,
Somebody
then, like,
know?
there's no escaping it.
Like that, the good old only
It's so stupid.
problem erasing him from reality, and the same would happen to Unicron. While Galactus could always hide in that pocket dimension, just as he escaped the nullifier before.
Unicron was an insanely terrifying threat, but Galactus had the power, experience, and arsenal to ultimately annihilate him.
If you thought Galactus was going down in this fight, you were Unicron.
The winner
That,
is
oh my
Galactus.
god. That was a horrible pun. Dude, that fight was so good.
But season 11
Yep.
is on the way. Thanks so much for
Please,
watching.
please show me something. Show us something.
This year.
Teaser.
Ready for more
Something.
Death Battle in 2024.
Something, anything? Wait, what's this? What? Wait, that was the
But season 11 is
wait, let's
Thanks so
let's
much
watch
for
that
watching.
teaser again real
Thanks to our
quick.
channel members for being champions this year. Get ready for more Death Battle in 2024.
Oh my god. No. Wait. This has to be like clips from the fights, right? Surely. Wait, what's that? This is so confusing. Oh, wait, that's Tom and Jerry. Yup, so it has to be like little screenshots or whatever from all the stuff that they're gonna have. I'm not sure what that. Wait, this looks like a. This looks like a person with like a star-shaped mask or something. There's Tom and Jerry. That's season 10. Yeah, that's the compilation of all the fights. Okay. Dude, that fight was so good. What the hell? I wasn't even like, again, like, I was not waiting for this, like, at all. But it was really good. Well, shit. That was a good fight. There's nothing else I could really add there. The analysis was fine, but then like the actual animation, like it was insane. Like the models were really good. The animation was really smooth. So good. Well, also before we move on to anything else, I want to say, you guys, I have a link to the video in the description, so please go give them a view, give them a like, give them everything. But also, as I promised at the beginning of the stream, we have a little something over here. All right. Presentation mode. There we go. Alrighty, I made this, this little tier list myself. I suppose, here we go, I can put it in the chat if you guys want to go make your own. Let me pull it up. If you want it, you can do it. But, alright. You know what, and as I said, this is gonna be a video, so let me just prepare my voice a little bit for an intro, and we're gonna start recording. Okay. As we also stream, we're still gonna be streaming, so don't worry, I'm not going anywhere. Hi everyone, this is gonna be a video, and we just got done watching Galactus versus Unicron. If you want to see how that went, just go to my channel, watch my stream. But me and chat over here, who is not visible on screen right now, but they're there. We watched the video, and then I decided that, what the hell, why not? Let's go ahead and talk about and rate every single episode of Death Battle Season 10, because it's fun. So, yeah, I made this little, tier list myself. I'll leave the link to it in the description if you guys want to make your own. But we're going to talk about the episodes. We're going to rate them. And right off the bat, even though I made this and I put a bad tier in here, I honestly think that there was no bad episode this season, so I'm just going to delete it. But you guys, you have your own opinions. You do whatever you want. As for me, yeah, there was no bad episode, man. Like, all of them were so good. And we're just gonna go in order and talk about them as they go, come up. First one was Ant-Man vs. Atom. Honestly, it was just alright, in my opinion. There was some. Also, wait. Before we talk more, my criteria for ranking the episodes is just the animation. Like, I know that some people take analysis into account and judge the whole episode, with combining animation and analysis, but I'm not gonna do that because, come on, when you go to watch Death Battle, at the end of the day, the thing that you're always there for, the thing that you're always gonna watch is the actual animation itself, and maybe the post analysis, because those can be kind of fun sometimes, but you don't go into an episode just watching the analysis and not the fight, right? So we're just gonna judge them by the fight and the post analysis at most, because there's one that really stands out, but we'll get to it when we get to it. Yeah, Ant-Man versus Atom, it was just I guess we could even bump it down a little bit. It could be better. I don't really remember anything in particular that stood out to me in that one. It was just kind of like a standard, like, you know, opening uh season episode. So it was just alright. I liked the death of like how he made the ants crawl out of him. That was kind of disgusting, but also kind of like fitting, I suppose. I think that I kind of have to praise for like, uh, oh my god, I can't speak. For like the whole season is the whole thing with like how they don't just kill people anymore at like at the end of the fight. Like the death is usually done a lot like more tastefully and like cooler rather than just have like an explosion of gore, which I appreciate a lot. And well, the exception is this one. Obviously, this was like the only one that was kind of like, yeah, there's a bunch of ants crawling out of him. He's dead. Like I suppose now, but that's kind of it. The fight itself was just okay though. Um, the Chosen Undead versus the Dragonborn. This one was uh hmm. This one's kind of hard. I want to put it in either all right tier or really good. Hmm. This one's kind of tough. I suppose let's just put it in all right because I feel like there was something missing. Like it was good, but some of the animation was just like a little bit janky and a little bit like put me out of it. So I think all right here is just like fine for it, right? Um, but besides that, yeah, it's like it had the dragon, had like the. I think I like the ending the most. Like even though it was kind of confusing on the first watch, like it was pretty cool. With like all the fire and stuff, because he was like he kept reviving with the bonfire, which was pretty cool. Uh, then this one was I forget the other girl's name. It was Killua versus oh my god, this is embarrassing. Do I really have to pull this up? What was her name? Okay, Misaka. There we go. Killua versus Misaka. Uh, honestly, I kind of like this one even less than Ant-Man versus Adam. Mostly because, like, there wasn't really anything special to the fight. It was just kind of like an anime battle. Not that there's anything wrong with that, right? Not that there's anything wrong with that. If anything, I love me some good old anime fight. But like I don't know, it just felt like kind of boring to me. Like the only cool part was at the very end when she summoned like the big golem thing, or like, not she, but I think, or wait, was it her? I forget. Their powers are like so similar that they kind of like I forget what even happens in the fight. And like I don't remember the music really standing out. I don't remember like anything at all that much. So honestly, I'm kind of inclined to even put it in the mid tier. To be honest, not that like again, it's not bad. Like at least it's not bad. Because if this was some of the other like if this includes some of the other seasons of that battle with some of the other like fights, oh there could be like a bad tier and like a horrible tier. So at least this one is just like this is a good fight. This is fine. Okay, next one. Oh, this one. Rocket versus Stitch, or Stitch versus Rocket. This one was. Uh, I want to put it in crazy just because I like Stitch and Rocket a lot. But. Mm, no, fuck it. We'll put it in crazy. The fight was just so insanely good. Like, it starts on this like just island floating in space. I'm pretty sure if I remember correctly, and like they use so many like different weapons, and like the quips from Rocket are just so like entertaining, and like the fight is just like good. The animation is good. Like it's a 2D fight, but like it's very well done and like well choreographed. There's no like particular moment that stands out, but like the whole fight is just like really solid overall. And I remember the music, I'm pretty sure, being like pretty good. So just for like bias reasons, I guess we'll just put it in here. So yeah. Oh, and the next one was this one goes even above Stitch and Rocket because also just saying as well, forgive me if I'm coughing all the time. Oh, wait, sorry, someone's in the chat. I didn't notice. Sorry. Uh, ooh, really? You think there's a Persona episode next season? That could be cool. Yeah. Also, again, I'm trying to say a million things at the same time. First of all, because the people who are watching this as a video and not the live stream, I'm kind of sick, so my voice is a little off, and I'm like dying. So that's a thing. But then also there's people in the chat that kind of missed the messages. Sorry for missing the messages. Okay, so there's a Persona character potentially, which is pretty cool. Really, there's a villain. Hmm. Wait, how could you tell that? Did you like go through the whole thing, like frame by frame, and figure it out, or what's up? Oh, you just mean that like the whole terror motif was okay. Okay, I get it. No, that's actually fair. That's also what I thought about, but then like, I was like, are they really teasing Persona? Because like that's not a Persona clip, so I was just like confused. Yeah, honestly, your theory makes sense. I agree with it. Um, but as for Darth Vader versus Obito, that one, like that was like the first fight of the whole season when I just went like, oh my god, this is so good. Because like, well, first of all, the matchup is just like I never really thought about it, but it's like it really fits, right? Like it just makes sense if you think about who the characters are. And like by the way, I'm a fan of like both Star Wars and Naruto, or like I like both of them. Like I'm not a super huge fan, but I just like them. And the character matchup is so good, and like the emotional like undertones of the whole fight of like, or no, wait, I'm messing up my words. Basically, I suppose like what it led up to, right? So how at the end of it, Obito just like puts him in the Infinite Tsukiyomi and just like makes him see like Padme, and then like he respectfully, like as weird as this sounds, he like respectfully destroys him like while he's like sleeping, so that like he doesn't feel it. Like I thought that was really nice, and then like the whole fight just flows so well, and like it shows up so many of their powers. Like it's just a great fight. Like I don't remember the music standing out too much, which was like one negative about it, but I liked it a lot. The animation itself was really really smooth too. Some of the models were like a little bit wonky from what I remember, but it's fine because again the animation was so good. All right. Next one is Phoenix versus Raven. It's another Marvel versus DC fight, except here's the thing: I kind of really really like Raven, so mm, my bias inclines me to put it in the really good tier. But if we're being realistic, there is no way I could put it above this one, like above the Chosen Undead versus the Dragonborn. So I think I'll just put it below. I think that's what I'll do. Like the fight was kind of crazy, as all magic fights are. Like I kind of could barely tell what was even going on half the time, to be honest. Like and like I know what Raven's powers are, and I still could not keep up. But it was like flashy and kind of entertaining. And well, I mean, spoiler alert, Raven wins, so that's another like reason why I kind of like it, because I like Raven, I like Teen Titans, and there's not really much else I want to say about this one. It was just like it was alright. That's why I put it right there in the alright tier. But okay, dude. Okay, this next one. This one goes into the big death battle, dude. The Dimitri versus Guts is incredible. What an incredibly good fight. Like, I love this one. I love this one so much. Like, the music, the matchup itself, the models, the animations. Like, there's some wonky stuff still, if we're being objective again. But like, it's so good. And like this one, like especially this episode right here was the one where I really started to take note of the whole fact of how they really let the characters die in a very respectful way, and like just like don't just explode them into like meat and bones, which I appreciate a lot, because like Guts dies in such a cool way. He's just like, he runs out of blood and like can't keep going anymore, so he just like stands like a statue, and that's like fucking awesome. And like, just how insane Dimitri gets throughout the fight, that was so entertaining too. Like the whole schizo off moment, like when they just go absolutely insane and like Guts puts on his armor and like they start just bashing each other, like it was so good. And then like, I'm just gushing at this point, but fuck it, who cares? Like the whole like crit animation thing from Fire Emblem that they did is just like so good. There's like so many small details that like you could just tell that they were having so much fun animating that, and like I appreciate the hell out of that. So 100% it goes into the peak death battle tier. I don't care what anyone says, I love this episode. That said, however, the next one, this one, I'm not as sure about this one. Yet another, for the third time, it's Marvel versus DC fight in season 10. Yeah, everyone hates it. Like the matching up DC and Marvel. But sorry. Again, I kind of enjoyed it. The more I think about it, the more I kind of maybe even want to remove. Yeah, you know what? I don't think there was even a mid episode. Alright, let's rearrange some things. Let's remove this. Because I feel like even this bottom one, it's doing a little bit of a disservice to it, because I don't think it's even that bad. So, yeah, let's just leave it right here. With that said, however, I think, even though I like Ant-Man more than I like Martian Manhunter, Martian Manhunter or Silver Surfer, I'm kind of inclined to put this one a little bit below, just because I feel like the Martian versus Silver Surfer one was flashier, because it took place in space. And it was just like kind of like fun watching them fly through stuff, right? And just like Martian Manhunter just like transforming into like all these different creatures, and like again, there's nothing like too special about it, but it was just like fun watching him use his powers, I suppose. And then like he like burns at the end, which was pretty cool. And there was like the whole cool speech about like the nature of death battle and everything, which weirdly enough, now that I think about it, kind of ties into something else that's gonna happen in Goku versus Superman, but we'll talk about it when we talk about it. Yeah, I like this one, but it's not like a fight that stands off too much. And honestly, you know what? No, I have to give it some credit for the space fighting. Yeah, that one was cool. Okay, dude. I am not even a fan of My Little Pony, and I'm not even a fan, or no, I am a fan of Gravity Falls, but I'm not a fan of My Little Pony. But Bill Cipher versus Discord was such an incredible fight. like how much creativity went into that is just insane. With like how he attacked him by putting him into a cake, or how they fought each other with the little like toys of themselves, but there it was like reversed, or like even like the ending of how he tricked him into going like I saw a bunch of reactions where people did not understand what happened, but weirdly enough I feel like, or I don't feel like I for a fact I realized when I was watching it, like during watching it, what happened. And it was like so cool how Discord like still, even though he lost, he was able to still save like his own universe from Bill Cipher, which was really nice. And again, that's another thing where it's like they gave the character like a very respectful death. So like that combined with the creativity and like the track for this fight was also so incredible. Like it's so good. It's so fun to listen to. Like yeah, I think even though I like Dimitri more as a character, because I'm honestly like obviously, well, I mean it's not obvious to a lot of people, but I'm a fan of Fire Emblem. Uh oh, someone else is in the chat. Hi. Hi, I know who you are. Hello. uh but yeah, I like Dimitri more, but the Bill Cipher versus Discord is just so insanely good. I cannot put it like anywhere but here. It's just incredible, honestly. And then we had a 1-2 combo. For anyone who doesn't know, I am a massive Infamous, both Infamous and Prototype fan. And I've been waiting for Cole McGrath versus Alex Mercer literally my whole life. And once it like finally arrived, dude, I'm gonna use my one biased pick here, and I'll put it at the very top. Oh my god, actually, like such a banger. The only problem I had with it was again like very few instances of like wonky animation, which I could let slip by because like if you don't look too hard, then it doesn't even matter. And the models were obviously PS3 models, but besides that, like the choreography of it was just so good. They used so many of their moves, so many of their like abilities, super moves, everything, and like how the whole fight kept like ascending and ascending and ascending like higher and higher. They kept like going higher, which is like it's a thing that you do in the games, right? So like they kind of transitioned that into the fight itself, which was really cool. And the soundtrack, that like the song that they used in Human is like I literally have it in my playlist and I listen to it like every day. Like I love that song so much. Like it like it feels like an Infamous song. Like actually, like not too much Prototype because Prototype didn't really have a super memorable soundtrack. But like it just sounds like an Infamous song and like it's so good and it made me want to have another Infamous game. Like that's how much like this fight affected me and like oh my god, like I cannot even like think this fight, this is the top for me. This is peak death battle. I love this fight. If they could have more fights like this, I would lose it. I don't even know what other matchup they could possibly do that could like rival this one for me personally, but this was it for me, man. This was like my dream matchup and they delivered 100%. That being said, however, Frieza versus Megatron was, you know what? Okay, even though I really like Dimitri versus Guts, on second thought, just because I looked at Frieza versus Megatron, I'm gonna put it one tier below, just because Frieza versus Megatron, like all these fights above, set a really high bar that is really hard to clear. Like it feels like Frieza versus Megatron is what Martian Manhunter versus the Silver Surfer like should have been, right? Like it takes place in space. It's kind of a space fight, kind of sort of, but then like I'm pretty sure it was animated by Devil Artemis, and that was just like an incredibly good fight. Like, again, there's not much else you could really add there. Like, I really like the effects of Frieza's aura, like of his ki or whatever. Because I don't really watch Dragon Ball too much. If someone could help me, like the energy that he uses, like that was really good looking. Like all the moment he transforms into Golden Frieza, like the how music like swells up, and like the actual like soundtrack in general for the fight is just incredible as well. I like that song a lot. I forget what it's called, but it's really good. Um, Both of their personalities were also really like pretty well shown off. I like them a lot. Uh, and at the very end, how like he uses his black antimatter to try and kill Frieza, and like for a second you actually think, because like from analysis they made it seem like it's actually a thing that could probably most likely kill Frieza if it hits him. So when it actually did hit him, and you're like, oh shit, did he actually die? And then he just like comes back with like half of his body missing. It's just like it was so good, and then like he just blows up the whole planet. It was incredible. It was actually so good. I loved that fight, even though it was so one-sided. Like I still loved it. Shows came out like in the middle of the season. It's insane. Also during this little break, I feel like looking at what fights are left and how the tier list is looking like right now, I think I'm gonna move some of the fights up and down, mainly these two, just so that there's some things in the really good tier. Cause yeah, this looks like more right to me. Yeah, Stitch versus Rocket was really good, but like it doesn't really compare too much to the crazy fights. Yeah, this looks good to me. Next one was Gojo versus Makima, and this one makes me hesitate a little bit. I liked it a lot. It was probably the best 2D fight. No. It's like the second best 2D fight, right? Of the season. After Bill Cipher versus Discord, obviously. I'll put it in crazy tier. Why not? I feel like they showed off both of Makima and Gojo's personality pretty well, and I don't even watch Chainsaw Man or Jujutsu Kaisen, and like I was still like thrilled and like completely, like into the episode. And despite it being 2D and like there was some weird rigging with the 2D sprites, but it was still entertaining, right? Like they used a lot of powers. The choreography was pretty good. Again, like as always, I say the same thing over and over again. I don't remember the soundtrack being that interesting, which is the reason why it might be getting like a lower score because of that. But besides that, like my favorite moment probably from the whole fight, it's probably pretty obvious, but it's the very end. It's the death. How he's able to like she brings Gojo closer to herself, and she's like, bark for me or whatever she says. And then he's like, yeah, sure. And then he just like regenerates his whole leg and puts her in the domain and just like evaporates her with the hollow purple. And that shit was so cool. I love that. That was a really good finishing move. But besides that, yeah, it was cool, but it doesn't compare to some of the fights that are above it, because like, Vader vs. Obito had a good story. Frieza vs. Megatron had like better animation and so on and so forth, but I still like this fight a lot. It was really good. Also kind of forgot to mention it, but Cole McGrath vs. Alex Mercer is when I started doing my reaction videos, so like as well, so it kind of holds like a special place in my heart at this point, which is pretty cool because it's when I started finally doing some stuff on YouTube. All right. Oh, actually, wait. I forgot for a minute that Scooby versus Courage existed, so I don't. Okay, as much as I hate to do this, I think this goes above. Yeah, I think it's right here. there is so many things to say about this fight. The Scooby versus Courage was so I I don't even know how to find like the words to describe it. Like so unusual, right? Because like the fight itself is not even like really like at first it's not even about fighting each other. They're just like running away from Eustace, which is really funny because like it's really indicative of like both Scooby Doo and Courage the Cowardly Dog. And like as the fight goes on, they just get wackier and wackier. Like Courage just blows up Scooby's head with like a laser cannon or whatever, and then like it just blobs back. Or like how he charms him with like the lady outfit, like Scooby charms Courage, or he uses the computer. And then when they get outside, this is like when it really gets crazy because he just he just eats some bones or like some Scooby snacks. He eats the big bone, and then Scooby just like turns into like an Asura's Wrath like boss and just tries to punch Courage down from like the space down to the earth. And like I was just freaking out at that moment, like internally, and like also just saying stuff like, "Oh my god." And then I thought it was over, but then Courage is just screams so much, like so loud that just like shatters everything, shatters reality. And it was so perfect. Like, man, the whole fight is just like so perfect for these two characters. And like even the ending was so wholesome, and like I would not have it any other way. It was like the second ever draw in the history of Death Battle, and I think it was like, yeah, if there was ever like a second draw, that I would like it to be that, because I don't want to see either Scooby or Courage die. So that was good. That was good. Uh, and then we kind of go to a little bit of a weaker episode, in my opinion. Not that it's bad. I liked Rick versus the Doctor, but if I had to rate it, hmm, I feel like the timing of it kind of didn't do it any favors either, because it came off like right after Scooby versus Courage. And just because of how good Scooby versus Courage was, I feel like people might be thinking that, oh, you know, like it's not nearly as good, which is true to an extent. uh, I felt like the like I haven't really had any complaints in terms of voice acting for literally any other fight this season, but this was the fight that made me like think about it, right? Like I was listening to both the voice actors of Rick and Doctor talk, and like it started off good, but then it kind of like devolved into like trying to sound like them, but like kind of failing. And not to put any disrespect on the voice actors, but just like just sounded kind of weird. And then the animation was just kind of like stiff as well. Like I don't know, it was just like a weird fight. If I had to place it, I would honestly put it. And it wasn't even like really that funny either. There was like two quips that I kind of liked at the very beginning. Like that, not when they talked before the fight, but like once they actually like started like dueling each other, like when the Doctor pulls out the spoon. Like when Rick talked about fighting about a joke in the ground with his teeth. I like that one. But yeah, I suppose just like an unremarkable episode. Surprisingly, weirdly enough, right? Like you'd think that a Rick and Morty episode would be like a lot more entertaining, but it wasn't. Unfortunately, you know what? I would even put it in just a right tier. Yeah, it's kind of weird, but yeah, I think it's gonna be right here. All right, we just have two more episodes left. Okay. Goku versus Superman Part 3. I was really hesitant going into it, but once I actually like, this was the only fight in the history of Death Battle where I feel like taking the analysis, or like at least the post analysis into consideration, right? Into like the reason why I like it so much. is because like I really like their speech about the nature of all these versus debates, because I feel like it was like a pretty accurate reflection of like how people like kind of go crazy sometimes over these fights. And I like the conclusion that they reached, right? Like how it's just basically all for fun at the end of the day. And I mean, I agree with that. And then the fight itself was just so sweet, surprisingly. Like, you just watch them fight, and I feel like just they know, we know, everyone knows. Like, at this point, they're just basically friends. And they just fight for fun. And then, like, at the end, they just, like, fist bump and just, like, let's go again. All right. And I thought that was, like, the sweetest thing ever. Like, just for that, I'm putting it like right here. Honestly, this seems very fair to me. I love this episode. Even though it's like the third one. Like I probably like this episode more than the first and the second part of Goku versus Superman. Which is kind of weird to say, but it's the truth. It's just the truth, man. Alright, then we get to the latest episode that we literally just watched again. If you didn't read or like listen to me talk at the beginning of the video, we're literally streaming it right now. And we just got done watching Galactus versus Unicron. And this is a fight I went into without having any expectations or like even really anything like thinking about it at all. I know that it was like the most requested fight ever, but I also heard that people just kind of like waited for it for so long that they didn't even care about it anymore. But finally watching it, dude, they went all out, like actually all out. Like the models looked incredibly crisp, like probably the best looking models they've ever had for any character ever. Probably only rivaled by like Goku versus Superman Part 3, honestly, like actually. And then the animations were just really, really smooth. And the choreography, like surprisingly, for two giant dudes fighting each other, punching each other in the face, was like, they were so good. Like, sure, it was just a bunch of lasers and them throwing like planets at each other. But I thought it was really, like, really good. Maybe I'm just biased because I literally just watched it. But honestly, for now, I'm kind of inclined to put it. Shit. Well, to be honest, even though I do think it's still really good and like the animation definitely carries it, I feel like yeah, like the spectacle of it might be matching something like Frieza versus Megatron, but then like everything else is just like not really there because there's no really personality to either of these two characters. So all you just end up with is just a fight. And I like to have a little bit more in my death battles personally. So I think actually the place I put it right here is actually perfect for it. Or actually, you know what? That would be like the gatekeeper, right? For the peak death battle tier. Because it was incredible, but it was like lacking in a certain way, right? Which I feel like is a way, like a fair way to judge it. But yeah, this is my tier list for season 10 of Death Battle. You know, if people enjoy this, I might make some more. If people want me to, I could make like a season 1 through 10 tier list or something, and then maybe like I'll do a combined tier list of all the fights. But for now, yeah, this is my tier list for season 10. I'd say this was one of my favorite seasons of Death Battle ever, and this makes me incredibly excited for whatever that there is to come in the future. And yeah, there's really nothing else I could say, I guess. So yeah, again, this was a video, and the video is gonna stop now. Bye bye. But the stream is not gonna stop, at least for a little bit more. All right. We recorded the video. This is probably going to be a video for YouTube. I hope. Let me check. Let me check how much, or like how long it was, because I'm curious. How long did I talk about this? Oh, dude, 40 minutes? What the fuck? Okay. Oh boy. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Okay. But yeah, man, this tier list, it's looking pretty good. I like it. I don't think I would change anything. And again, for anyone, like, if anyone's watching this and just joining in, there were like originally a bunch of tiers below, could be better tier, but I just deleted them all because I thought that there were no bad episodes this season, so it didn't really like need it. We didn't need it. But yeah. I guess the only episode I'm kind of iffy on the placement is Galactus versus Unicron, but that's just because like I'm just really not sure because it's so like recent because we just watched it. Because like all these other episodes at the top here, they have like something more to it than just the fight, right? Has like the personality, has just more like either the soundtrack, the personality, or like the history. There's something more to it, to me personally at least. But yeah, I'm happy with this. Okay, let me check something real quick. We had a surprisingly big like viewer base for the stream, which is pretty cool. Honestly, kind of enjoying streaming on YouTube more than Twitch because when you stream on Twitch, there's just like a bunch of weirdos that come by your stream. Like it's kind of insane, but I mean, streaming here has been like pretty cool so far. So I'm thinking about doing some more in the future, if anyone's interested, of course. But I think I'm gonna do it anyways because I have some cool ideas, and at this point I'm just honestly stalling for time, and I don't even know what to say anymore. Because this whole stream was supposed to just be for watching Galactus versus Unicron, and I enjoyed myself. You know, talked to some people in the chat. It was pretty cool, and I hope you guys enjoyed it too. But I think my nose is getting more stuffy by the minute because I'm still sick. So I think I'm going to be starting to wrap up here. Thank you for coming by, everyone. I hope you have a good day, good rest of your day. If you want to, you know, see more of my reactions, more of my content, then go to my channel. Obviously, it's right here. I don't even have to, like, refer to you, like, with a link or anything. But yeah, thank you for coming by, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.